Something tense is playing out in the Atlantic, and it's not a movie scene here. You're watching TimesXP. My name is Rithi Atri, and one ship, multiple flags, and two global powers watching every single move here. This is a high stakes maritime chase, and the clock, it is ticking. So here's how it begins. US forces spot a sanctioned oil tanker moving suspiciously close to Venezuelan waters. Its name, Bella 1. According to the US officials, the ship was trying to enter Venezuela, now not for overseeing but to load crude oil. Oil that Washington says should not be moving at all. And then comes the interception here. The US Coast Guards closes in, warnings are issued, eyes are locked. And all of a sudden, the tanker makes a sharp U-turn. No docking, no loading, just a rapid retreat into open Atlantic waters. But this is where the story, it turns really strange. The US forces continue tracking the vessel. Something unexpected appears in its hull. The Russian tricolor, painted boldly on the ship, red, blue, white. Basically a signal here. Why does that matter? Because painting a Russian flag is not decoration, right? It's a message that says, touch us, and this becomes complicated for you. US officials believe that this is an attempt to claim Russian protection and discourage an American seizure here, not legally solid but politically explosive. Another red flag appears. The ship's registration status, it suddenly changes. Lists as unknown. No clear owner, no country that is mentioned there, no accountability. In maritime law, that's not a coincidence, that's a warning sign. Zoom out, look at the bigger picture. This pursuit is happening under President Donald Trump's hardline order to block sanctioned Venezuelan's oil shipment. Why? Because oil is President Nicolas Maduro's economic lifeline. Cut the oil and you cut the cash there. And that's the strategy. And Washington is not bluffing here. In fact, in recent weeks also, the US has already seized multiple tankers. It has deployed thousands of troops, sent in drones, and even positioned F-35 fighter jets across Puerto Rico. This is enforcement and not symbolism. So now the Atlantic becomes a chessboard. The US tracking every move, the tanker running out of options, and the Russia's shadow all of a sudden hovering over the sea. Is Moscow actively helping, or is the flag just desperately moving this particular move? That question alone raises tension here, because if the US boards the ship and Russia claims the interest here, this stops being about oil. It becomes power, it becomes deterrence, it becomes a red line. And right now, Bella 1 is still at the sea somewhere, still moving, still watched, and the chase, it is not over. One vessel, one painted flag, and an Atlantic drama that could spill far beyond the water. Stay with this particular story because the next move could change every single thing.